Shall we start?
Yeah,
Hello everyone. My name is Yagnika and I will begin our group presentation. Our project is on Starbucks and the triple bottom line. Before I start, I would like to introduce my group members Gurpreet, who will present the triple bottom line analysis, Supriya, who will explain Starbucks' current strategy and proposed changes, and Ali, who will present our social media campaign and conclusion. Together, we will cover different parts of this project. The focus of our work is to evaluate Starbucks' sustainability performance, identify areas for improvement, and design a social media campaign to strengthen its competitive advantage. Next slide, please. The purpose of this project is to apply the triple bottom line framework people, planet, and profit to Starbucks. This helps us move behind financial outcomes and examine the company's social and environmental performance as well. We also highlight the scope and limitations. Our analysis is based on secondary sources and published reports, which provide a strong global perspective. However, it means local variations and store level challenges may not be fully captured. We include this ensure our analysis is transparent. Next slide, please. Starbucks background of Starbucks. Starbucks was founded in Seattle in 1971 and has grown to more than 35,000 stores over 80 plus markets worldwide. It has positioned itself not only as a coffee company but as a lifestyle brand. Starbucks created what it calls the third place experience, not home, not work, but a comfortable space in between. From the start, Starbucks embedded ethical sourcing through its coffee and farmer equity and cafe practices. These ensure quality coffee, fair wages, and sustainable farming. The company also invests in its employees or partners by offering education and healthcare programs rare in retail sector and contributes to communities through global initiatives. Because of this history, Starbucks has built strong reputation for responsibility and sustainability. But it also faces very high expectations. Customers, investors, and employees all expect Starbucks to lead in sustainability. This makes sustainability not just ethical but also central to its competitive advantage. That concludes the introduction and background of Starbucks. Now I'll hand over to Gurpreet, who will explain the triple bottom line analysis, looking closely at people, planet, and profit. Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's Gurpreet here. So I'll explain the TBL analysis, and first of all, I'll say what people say. So when we look at the Starbucks through people lens of triple bottom line, there are some clear strengths. Starbucks is well known for offering strong employee benefits even to part-time staff, including healthcare and access to Starbucks College Achievement Plan, which supports higher education through a partnership with Arizona State University. On the sourcing side, their CAFE practices program ensures ethical treatment of farmers, safe working conditions, and support for farming communities, and shows a strong commitment to social responsibility across the supply chain. However, despite these positive policies, recent unionization efforts across North American stores point to deeper issues. These moments suggest dissatisfaction among employees who may not feel heard or fairly treated on the ground, which creates a disconnect between corporate values and day to day realities. Can I have the next slide, please? So next I'll talk about planet in TBL analysis. From the environmental or planet perspective of the triple bottom line, Starbucks has made some ambitious commitments. These include becoming carbon negative, achieving zero waste, and replenishing more fresh water than it uses. Big picture goals that show real leadership. To support these, the company has invested in renewable energy for all the stores, introduced water saving technologies, and built greener, more energy efficient stores. However, a major issue lies in everyday execution, specifically in consistent recycling and waste management at the store level. Despite having recycling bins in many locations, a large amount of waste still ends up in landfills due to local infrastructure gaps and consumer confusion. So while the top level goals are strong, Starbucks need to bridge the gap between ambition and reality, especially when it comes to single-use packaging and store-level sustainability practices. Can I have the next slide, please? So next comes profit. So profitability proves sustainability and shareholder value, which can align. So when we look at the profit pillar of the triple bottom line, Starbucks is a great example of how strong financial performance and sustainability can go hand in hand. The company remains highly profitable, showing that investing in people and the planet doesn't have to come at the expense of shareholder value. So that comes to its ethical value. And so one of the Starbucks' key strength is to ethical sourcing model, which not only supports farmers but also builds deep and brand loyalty among specially conscious consumers, giving it a strong competitive edge in the global coffee market. However, there are risks too, and any perceived gaps in its social and environmental practices, like ongoing unionization tensions or weak waste management, can quickly lead to reputational damage. And because Starbucks' brand is so tightly linked to its sustainability image, these risks could directly impact consumer trust and long-term profitability. So maintaining consistency between values and actions is not just ethical, it's strategic. Thank you. That's my part. Next, Supriya will continue.
Hi, myself Supriya. I'm going to explain the Starbucks current strategy and competitive advantage. Here comes Starbucks mainly focuses on the premium products differentiation through high quality coffee, beverages, and creating a unique third place experience and leveraging technology and mobile engagement via its apps and the reward programs. Its main key elements are renewed and in-store experience under the new leadership, along expanding its reach through diversifying sales channels like drive-through and the grocery stores. And the competitive strategy relies on the building strong brand loyalty, expanding globally and adapting to evolving the consumers and demanding through challenges including the high price and increasing competition. So the current strategy properties are the premium product experience. The Starbucks and premium product experience is the core strategy of offering the premium high quality coffee and digital engagement loyalty. The Starbucks and mobile app is the main use of digital engagement. So, omni-channel explanation is the company expands the presence of the drive-through locations and everything like that. And ethical branding image is equal to the premium positioning. So, they mainly focuses on that and the competitive strength from the values drive through the brand. And the weakness is the gap in the waste management and the labor relations, so they need to improve it. Next slide, please. Here comes to the proposed changes. Starbucks mainly focuses on undergoing the transformation under the new CEO and proposed changes focusing on the store experience and the streaming operation and returning the brand core values. The key invites are the cave experience through the new store formulates and expand seating and the power outcuts and the streaming mobile ordering by facing the pickup only on the concept of the favor of the cave and the future appearance and the approach of enhancing the customers, connecting the bringing back to the handwritten notes on the cup of and mugs. Under the changes involving the improving the speed of services and the clarifying of the dress code and improving of the open door policy requires a purchase to enter and simplify the menu, removing the critical drinks. And that's my point. Next, I'll move to the Ali.
Thank you, Supriya. My name is Sayed Ali with the student ID 64364. So now I will take over from here. So we have devised a hypothetical campaign under the slogan of the hashtag Sip Sustainably. So what is the aim of our social media campaign? So its aim is to bridge the gap between the different goals and actions, because we can see that different companies have different slogans, but they do practically different work. So through this campaign, we will try our best to align both the aims and the goals. So our main focus is on the participatory consumer engagement. So we will try to take into confidence with the consumers and the service providers. So we are mainly focusing on the two social media platforms, which are the Instagram and Facebook, and these two social media platforms are most popular among the young people. So now I will move on to the next slide. So our campaign has 5 components with 5 different titles. So the first one is the future positive vision inspired with bold goals. So here we will introduce new initiative and steps for the future. For the campaign 2, we are introducing the reusable revolution. So here we will try to cut down the waste products and the carbon footprint in the environment. So for the campaign 3 is the behind the beans. Here we will tell the untold stories for the farmers that are basically the heroes that are doing all the work to grow the crops and provide us with the coffee beans. For the campaign 4, we have the Green Apron Chronicles. Here we will record different partners and employees' stories. So it will encourage other employees to work independently and provide their part. For the campaign 5 is the SIP Sustainability Challenge. Here we will introduce different social media content creators and influencers to help shape the opinion of the people. So now I will move on to the concluding part. So as the Starbucks is the pioneer of the triple bottom line theory, but it has still many gaps in the waste recycling and ill labor practices. So through this campaign, we will build trust and try to engage different stakeholders, and it will lead to this sustainable competitiveness in the marketplace. And it will also fosters and cultivates the transparent communication, which is beneficial for the in the long run for the environment. And now these are the list of the references from which we have took our research work. So you guys can see with all the links available. So this is the end of our slide. If you have any questions, so you can directly ask us. Thank you for having all of us.